Everyone, it's Yvonne here to do the reading for the lovely sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, if you're watching this video, you can be a Capricorn sun, moon, rising, or you can have Capricorn placements in your natal chart or birth chart. If you are unsure of what that means, you can Google natal chart or birth chart and get a copy of where the planets were when you were born, and you can study your own birth chart. You learn quite a lot from doing that. So if you're have any placements in Capricorn, you can be watching this video and you can apply that to that part of your life. Capricorns. I'm a Capricorn sun, so I identify. So if people say to me, what sign are you? I say, oh, I'm a Capricorn. But really, I'm a combination of a Libra moon, a Scorpio rising, an Aquarius in my Venus, and lots of other planets. I actually have a lot of fire in my chart. So I have a lot of Sagittarius energy. Which I think is quite interesting. So yeah, do look it up. It's really interesting. See if you can get a copy of your natal chart, download it and read up. It will really surprise you how accurate they are. All right, we're going to use the Gilded Tarot for your reading today because I have to put this away. I'm already scrunching it at the edges. So let's see what's going on for Capricorn. If you're wondering about the timing of the videos, like I always say, I can give you a rough estimate that this reading will probably be either happening now, will have happened recently, or will happen into the very near future. But for some of you, it might take a little time to unravel. The timing will be different for everybody. So yeah, be kind to yourself. I do have people who say to me, wow, that was incredible. Like what you told me happened the next day. And other people who say, oh, you did a reading for me a couple of months ago and it hasn't happened yet. We can't always be so accurate with timing because we don't always know what's going on for you, where you're at, the sort of energy you're putting out to the universe. So be kind to yourself in regards to timing. Alrighty. Where are we? Capricorn. So we have the Two of Pentacles coming through. So energy with the Two of Pentacles is that one where you have two very equal ideas, opportunities, ways of going, ways of being, that you are not really sure which one to take, which direction to move in. Sometimes this could be almost seeking a balance between the two options. For example, say, you've been offered two jobs. Both jobs are really good. One pays great money, the other one has great conditions. One is something you really love to do, but the other one will give you lots of flexibility. And you are divided here. Sometimes it can mean that we have to take away the ideas, toss them up, go over them to make a good choice for ourselves. And that sort of makes me feel where you're at here. I feel like you have an opportunity here to do something, go back to the past, something that you've done before. Now, I know a lot of people go, oh, I don't want to go back to the past. But you know what? There are so many of us who get opportunities that we missed out on before. And there's no denying it. So an opportunity looks like it's come about. It looks like you're tossing up whether it's a really good opportunity or not. I feel like if it was a job, for example, that you may have applied for this same position in the past and not got it for whatever reason. It could be that you have met somebody that you knew in the past, like an old school friend or somebody, but you're not sure whether you want to really continue a relationship with them or be friends with them. It could be a relative has returned that you haven't seen for some time, but perhaps you didn't get along well. Whatever it is, there is a stepping back into something here. We do have the Hermit here. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a Virgo, but I feel like this is more than likely you. I feel like this, whatever this is, big decision to make here, big decision. And I feel like with the Hermit card, this is a time to take time out. So maybe it's that big a decision for you that you need to maybe take a few days away, have a really good think about it, or just take yourself away from the world. Because I do see you seeking, wow, seeking very deeply. Now we do have the Magician coming through with the Devil energy. Look at all the major arcanas. Holy dooly. That's crazy. So we have two major arcanas there and two major arcanas here. That's crazy energy. I think too, I need to say that the reading today for the What's Cracking reading was about narcissism. I have, especially with the Magician here, I have somebody you're dealing with who likes to do things their own way. And I don't mean that in a positive sense. I feel like you may be dealing with someone who's very toxic, very controlling, very manipulative. And I feel like whoever this person is, they've stepped back in. But maybe because you've got the Judgment card here, you've done a lot of work, maybe you see the type of person you're dealing with. I feel like here, especially with this beautiful Temperance card, that it's time for you to seek some sort of balance yourself. Maybe you're seeing things very differently this time around, but maybe you're so taken up by the energy of this person that you are feeling very drawn to them. Now, if it's somebody stepping in from your past or somebody cycling here, I always say if somebody's cycling, then you really need to do your homework. Because some people just have that energy of coming around time and time again, and they do not leave you alone. The really well-developed narcissist will do that. I met a guy 6 years ago, and I still get messages. And he still tries to come in all different ways on my Facebook page and whatever else, just all the time, or an excuse to contact me. But he does not go away. All right, so we have the Six of Wands coming through with the Ace of Cups, the Two of Swords. There it is again. There it is again. Seven of Cups. I really feel like this person is offering, you feel really good. I feel like this person's coming in offering you something incredibly wonderful here. But again, I get this energy of, is this fantasy? Or is this the, I just felt like bursting into Queen song there. I feel like here you're trying to decide, is this a fantasy? Is this the truth? Because somehow or another, you've got energy going all over the place here. This is really strong today, really strong energy coming through. I feel like you're dealing with somebody quite destructive though, but you may not see it. You may be very taken in by this person. You may have been very manipulated by them in the past. And I feel like I just want to say to you, be really cautious with them now. All right, Nine of Wands. See, they've been round again. This is you going round and round with this person. So I feel like you need to have a really good look at what you're dealing with here. Four of Pentacles coming through. Oh, King of Pentacles. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. This feels like your energy. I feel like you're turning away from something. This person may take money from you, so just keep that in mind too. You know, sometimes it's really hard to say no. So sometimes what we tend to do is we love somebody and they come in and say, I'm doing it really tough, I need help. And you've done it before, time and time again, and they always come back. And I feel like this is you really learning here how to deal with that toxic energy. This may be the time where you say, no, I'm not doing it anymore. It's just not helping you. You need to find your own resources. Because to me, it feels like something is repeating here. So either this person has been around before, or there's somebody in your life who comes in and you find it very difficult to say no. Let's just keep going. I've got the Queen of Swords, so you're definitely cutting something out here. Knight of Wands. Could be dealing with a player. Wheel of Fortune. You could be dealing with somebody that you have an ongoing friendship, benefits with friendship, whatever, because I feel like this person may come around for physical contact. But there definitely feels to me like it's happened time and time again. But I feel like here, when you look at this energy with that Nine of Wands, Queen of Swords energy, I feel like you're cutting something out here. I feel like you've gone through it one too many times. There seems to be an ending looming. It isn't showing up in this reading. Maybe it's to come, but it's like you are starting to understand. And this here can be just your voice. You don't necessarily have to, you know, be angry or irritated or upset by it. It is easy to say to somebody, not this time. And you have to learn to do that. Because the reason people keep coming around is because we don't say no. So, you know, like if I were to put this into a work situation, you could have somebody at work who keeps dumping their work on you. Every day when you're ready to come home, go home, they may come in and say, look, you know what, something needs doing, can you help me out? This person may not be doing any work of their own, but they may be talking the talk. So everybody at work thinks they're fabulous, but yet you're doing all the work for them and you don't get the accolades then. So maybe somebody like that. It could be a relative who constantly comes around because they're always doing it tough and they always need money. Whatever it is, I don't feel good about it at all. So you're tossing up here, you know, whether to move forward, whether to go back. Something's coming around again here. And I feel like you're taking time out. Again, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces energy coming through here. Lots of Capricorn energy. I feel like this energy here is not really comfortable at all for me. It's very manipulative, cunning. It's energy that you don't want to be sucked up into. I feel like here, especially with that Virgo energy, that you're really trying to stay true to who you are. Maybe you've made your mind up if this person came back that you would say no and you'd walk away because they've created so much hurt and pain for you. But once they come in and start talking the talk again, you're sucked straight into that vortex and you want to start again. So I feel like here, High Priestess, use your intuition, and there's some sort of ending here. Could be dealing with Scorpio energy as well. There's some sort of ending, some sort of putting some sort of block in place here. I really feel like it's coming, and I may be talking to you before it's happened, and you don't have to do obviously what I say. Some people underneath say I'm not doing what you say. You don't have to. Never have to do what I say. But what I would say to you is watch how this person treats you, watch how they behave, because you do have the Wheel of Fortune here. So I feel like there's a really big lesson for you to learn here. And that, look, straight out of the deck again. So there is a judgment needed. There is a recreation of yourself. There is a lesson here, a mirroring of something back to you. There is something in this energy, Capricorn, that says to me, you have to learn something here. Don't take people on their face value. Allow them to show you their true colors. Learn what questions to ask them. My favorite one is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Talk about something that requires a great deal of empathy and see how they respond. See if they have any empathy. See if they're able to plan. See if there are lots of questions you can ask somebody who has these sort of attributes to find out whether they really are true to who they say they are. And if they are, well, then you can go away and feel like you can trust your own judgment then. But if they're not, then at least you can walk away from something that isn't good for you. All right, so 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. What do you have to say, Archangel Uriel? There's been a lot of angels coming up in the readings this week, so I do think you have some really sort of stiff lessons to learn, and maybe you do need to ask for protection from the angels. This is about spirit connections, intuition, and inspiration. The beautiful angel Uriel, also called the Fire of God, wears a brilliant crystal crown vibrating with a passionate connection to the divine. She brings great power to your 7th energy center, which is called the crown chakra and is located at the top of your head. This card upright indicates an open and free-flowing channel of information and inspiration. So when I say to you about using your intuition, trust. If something doesn't feel right and you don't feel like it feels right, it very often is not right. And so often we question that intuition. We question whether or not we can validate that feeling or not. This is why sometimes it's good to balance that, like that Two of Pentacles, with your logical energy. You know, if you're not really sure and you're feeling something in your pit of your stomach, investigate it. If it doesn't feel right, there's more than likely something wrong there that you need to look at. If it is somebody coming in trying to date you or coming around again, make sure you understand what questions to ask. Don't get so clouded over with their talk or their chat that you forget the questions you should be asking. If you're dealing with somebody who has no empathy, no idea of what they want in the future, don't know who they are, have a look on ask what questions to ask. I'm not saying drill them with questions, but maybe bring them into the conversation. If you're unsure, Google is your best friend. And if you feel like it's not right and you want to call it a day, maybe just slow it right down until you really see through whether or not it's right for you, because it will save you a lot of pain and heartbreak in the long run. And a lot of us get sucked up in that talk the talk stuff, and very often we are knee deep with a narcissist before we realize what exactly narcissism is. Doesn't have to be romantic. They're in the workplace too. All right, I will leave you with that. Thank you.